Jack, a night shift janitor at St. Mark's High, scoffed at rumours. He had heard them all before, the whispers and the tales that floated through the school corridors like ghostly echoes. Rumours about the Echo Room, a place where thoughts became reality, a room that supposedly held the power to bring one's deepest desires to life, if only for a fleeting moment. He always preferred the cold logic of his daily routine. Mopping floors, emptying bins, the familiar silence. It was a predictable world, one he could control. Tonight, however, curiosity gnawed at him. His co-worker, old man Fitz, chuckled. Fitz was a fixture at St. Mark's, a living relic of the school's history. Fitz had been at St. Mark's for decades. He swore by the legends of the Echo Room. He claimed to have seen its wonders firsthand, though no one ever believed him. A room untouched, hidden in the old wing. 5 minutes, Fitz wheezed. Your deepest desires, they manifest. But only for 5 minutes, he would always emphasize. Jack laughed, a hollow sound in the empty hallway. He dismissed it as an old man's tale, a story to pass the time during long, lonely nights. Yet a seed of doubt was planted. What if there was some truth to it? What if the Echo Room really did exist, waiting to reveal its secrets to the curious and the brave? What if it were true? He found himself standing before the dusty oak door, the Echo Room. His heart pounded as he reached for the handle, the weight of possibility heavy in the air. The room was surprisingly plain. It was as if it had been forgotten by time itself. Bare walls, a single flickering bulb overhead. Disappointment pricked at Jack. He had expected something more, something extraordinary. It felt just like any other forgotten room in the school, a place where memories were left to gather dust. He laughed at his own foolishness. How could he have believed in such fantasies? There was no magic here, just the cold, hard reality of an empty room. Almost instinctively, his mind wandered. He let his thoughts drift away from the present, back to his high school days, the days filled with laughter, dreams, and unspoken words. Back to Sarah, the girl with eyes like a summer sky. Her presence was a constant in his memories. He'd never confessed his feelings, too shy, too awkward. The fear of rejection had always held him back. Now, as a joke, he allowed the memory of her to surface. He smiled at the thought, a bittersweet smile, suddenly a gasp. There, in the center of the room, stood Sarah. It was as if she had stepped out of his dreams and into reality. She was exactly as he remembered. Every detail was perfect, down to the way her hair framed her face, her smile, the way her hair fell over her shoulder, the scent of her perfume. It was surreal, impossible. Yet there she was, a living memory. Jack, Sarah's voice was soft, tinged with confusion. Is that really you? He could only nod, words stuck in his throat. The years melted away. He was a teenager again, tongue-tied and completely smitten. Sarah, sensing his discomfort, smiled reassuringly. She spoke first, asking about his life, his work. They fell into an easy conversation, talking about books, dreams, regrets. He told her about his job, his quiet life. He confessed his long-held feelings for her. For the first time, he felt understood. A strange buzzing filled the air. The lights flickered, panic surged through Jack. He could feel the weight of the moment pressing down on him, the uncertainty gnawing at his nerves. Every flicker of the light seemed to echo his racing thoughts. 5 minutes were almost up. Sarah's face crumpled. She had been holding on to hope, but now it was slipping away. The realization hit her like a tidal wave, overwhelming and relentless. Tears welled up in her eyes. They were tears of frustration, of sorrow, and of a love that felt betrayed. She tried to hold them back, but they flowed freely, each drop a testament to her pain. "Why, Jack?" she whispered, her voice thick with emotion. It was a question that carried the weight of countless sleepless nights and endless worries. Why did you wait so long? He had no answer. His silence spoke volumes, a chasm of regret and missed opportunities. He reached for her, desperate to explain, to apologize. His hand trembled, knowing that words might never bridge the gap that had formed between them. But it was too late. The moment had passed, and with it, the chance to make things right. She turned away, leaving him in a void of his own making. The room began to dissolve. Reality itself seemed to fracture, mirroring the broken pieces of their relationship. Sarah faded, like a photograph left in the sun. Her presence, once so vivid, now just a ghostly memory. He was left standing alone in the empty room. The silence was deafening, a stark contrast to the chaos that had just unfolded. The only evidence of her presence was a folded piece of paper in his hand. It was a final message, a silent testament to what once was and what could never be again. His heart pounded. He unfolded the note with trembling fingers. It was her familiar handwriting. 5 words stared back at him. "Don't waste the next 5 minutes." The message was clear. He had been given a second chance. The precious gift. 5 minutes to rewrite his story. This time he wouldn't let fear hold him back. The room buzzed with anticipation. This time he wouldn't think of the past. He would focus on the present, on the woman he loved, on the 5 minutes that could change everything.